guys, I am back today with a video that I am really impressed with, not because of me, but because of the product. I have to say, when I used the first one of their products, I was kind of like, you know, I could leave it, I could take it. I loved their mattes. I wasn't crazy about their metallic formulation, but this palette totally changed my mind. It is bomb ass. I love it. It is really, really good. Sorry, I'm giving my review now. Okay, apparently you're getting my review right this second. But the palette that I am speaking of is the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. And, of course, you will note that it has the beautiful cover art. Like, they really, okay, maybe this isn't everybody's jam, but for me, it is beautiful. And I love their cover art. I think it is some of the most unique and kind of 90s vibe, but better. So I really like it, and it pretty much encompasses everything that is inside of the palette as well. Then the inside looks like this. You get this beautiful color story, which I really, 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 really like. It kind of has both sides of my favorite types of colors. It's got some greens, it's got some yellows, got some pinks, got some, like, you know, beigeish shades. And for me, this just does it. So I'm wearing two exact opposite looks on my eyes today. And I say, once I had it on, it reminded me a ton of the Melt Vita palette. Yes, Vita palette. I was like, do I have this wrong? But, I mean, it had some of the greens, it had some of the reds, but you could also make it softer if you decided not to use, like, this middle shade right here, or more of a pink look, which you can tell it is more pink when I turn towards the light, but dead on, it looks more just like green and red. So, I am really impressed with it. This changed my mind completely about their brand. I mean, I really like their mattes. But for me, if I can't get both from a brand, it's really hard for me to really appreciate a brand 100%. I appreciated them because they're an indie brand and because I love their artistry and I like just kind of their whole vibe. But, as you guys know, metallics are my... What is up with this aggressive, like, shoulder pushing I've had recently? But as you guys know, metallics are kind of like a big deal for me because I like to have really shiny lids. It's just kind of my jam. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you guys. And then if you're interested in seeing how I got both of these looks, just keep watching and you'll be able to see that. If you're not interested, you can always tune out right after the swatches. But for me, I like to see kind of that type of thing. And I'll give you guys my full impressions on everything in here. The cost of this palette is $36, which I think is extremely fair for the amount of shades you get here and the diversity within and the beautiful packaging, and because it's an indie company and we want to support our small brands. Anyway, I'm going to swatch this for you guys and then I'll go into the eye looks that I have on my eyes today, and if you're interested, keep watching those and I'll give you my full and complete and unfiltered thoughts at the very end. Okay, this first shade is Harmonia, and it is a mint teal, very bright blue shade. Blue and green. Ah! Did you guys see that kickoff? That is one thing to note about these. They are extremely soft, so please be careful when going into them if you're using your fingers at all because they are crumbly. Shade is called Wolfling. And head on, it looks like it's just this beautiful golden brown shade. Ooh, okay, in the camera, it looks like the other shade that I'm seeing, which is a beautiful pink magenta. I'm going to see if I can't... I'm hoping to pull that gold so you guys can see it, but it's not happening. But I'm looking at it dead on, and it is gold. Goldy brown. Beautiful. So this is a very shifty duochrome, and it is gorgeous. The shade is Canis Lupus. And this is a beautiful pink undertone tan shade. This is one thing I'm going to say. If you have any kind of oils on your fingers, you will get a hard pan very quickly with this shade. It is Alpha. And this is kind of a gray tone brown. Called Pack Leader. And this is a stunning color. So when I'm looking at it, I am seeing a very orangey goldish shade. And when you're seeing it, it looks more red orange. But it is well, red orange pink. But it's very, very metallic. I'm like trying really hard to get the metallic shift for you guys. But it truly is very metallic, really pretty. I'm super impressed with these metallics in this palette. Next shade is called Alum. And this is probably the most beautiful purple shade I have ever seen. This shade is called Mariposa. And this is the perfect definition of a red-orange shade. In the camera, it's almost coming off a little pinkish red, but it is truly, especially sheared out, an orangish red color. This is Night Eyes. And this is a true yellow shade. This is Wisteria. And this is a true pink shade. Shade is Fenris. It's a sage green shade. And it's a sage blue green shade. So I'm about to butcher this name. This is Huchera? Possibly. And I am barely touching that. This is a highly shifty green and kind of goldish shade. Very metallic, gorgeous color. Last shade in the palette. Okay, I'm back. I have my eyeliner on, I have my mascara on, and I have some final thoughts for you guys. So each one of these looks are totally different and yet so pretty. Like, I was really kind of underwhelmed by the metallic performance in their Killer Purr palette, which I thought was gorgeous, and I love the shades in. But to me, if a metallic isn't really standout-ish, then I'm kind of, like, just not that impressed. That's just my opinion, and I know other people have had really, really good experiences with that palette, so I don't want you to think that my experience is, like, the end-all, be-all, because it's not, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't have a really good palette. And maybe I had a different formulation or some other reason, I'm not sure. But this is a home run. Like, it has everything. It has beautiful shades, has gorgeous metallics, has stunning duochromes. Like, yes, that is what I like in my life. And not just that, but the artwork, I really like it a lot. Their packaging is really good. They have a good eye for color stories and for just beauty in general, I kind of feel. But in any case, I really like the shadows. I feel like the mattes are fantastic. And any that didn't swatch as well, which I think they all swatched pretty darn good, but any that didn't swatch as well worked really well on my eyes. So it could just be a matter of maybe my fingers are too greasy. I don't know. I washed my hands before this, but you know, stuff happens. So your oils in your skin can definitely affect how you pick up a shade. So for me with the brushes, this was perfect. It was great. It was beautiful. I think that if you want your metallics to be even more like boom pow in your face, you can use your fingers and you're going to take application, which they're still very, very good even with a brush. I didn't feel the need to use my finger, but I sure could have. So there's that. I think that the price is extremely fair because you do get a lot of, well, you get the 2 duochromes, you get a metallic, and the rest are mattes, but they're such good quality that, I mean, easily they could have charged a little bit more, but I'm glad they didn't. And I will certainly be picking up their blush palette that they are releasing. It may actually be released by the time I put the video out for you guys. If not, I think it's supposed to be August 29th, which is Saturday. I think they said 1 p.m., which is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, but where I'm at, it's 1 p.m. because I live in the Midwest. Anyway, I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!